I just don't care to be around people anymore. Look, I know that can sound kind of harsh, but I don't know. Today, people are so weird nowadays. They don't want to speak to you. I mean, you can literally be out shopping, and I try to make eye contact. I don't mind speaking, but they just they don't want to connect. I don't know if it's because of the new age that we're in, the age of technology. But even before that, though, let me backtrack a little bit. As you're growing up and you're younger, you have a lot of friends, a lot of people that you call friends, and people that you are around. And during those times, everything seemed okay. But then you fast forward, or you start to, what I say, you start to clean house. Because what happens is you start to become more aware of how people operate, and those that have your best interest at heart and those that do not. So for the ones that don't have your best interest at heart, you try to start, you weave them out, you separate yourself from them. But nowadays, even more so, people just have weird energy. And when you start to notice things about life and how this world works, and you come in contact with certain information, and you feel like you want to share that information, people are just not on that same level. It's like, I talk to my daughter, we talk about this all the time. It's like some people are just so sleep, so to speak. They're just one track minded, they have tunnel vision, and you try to introduce new information to them, or information that's been there. We just weren't on certain levels or frequencies to see certain things that are going on in this world. And when you try and introduce this to people, they look at you like you are from another planet. When all in all, you have information and you like, look, I'm trying to share this, but sometimes you can't share everything with everybody, or certain things with people. And that causes for you to kind of be isolated. Now, I don't mind being isolated if it's going to be benefit my peace. Because what happens is, when you are around people and they have just toxic energy, that's not good for my peace. So I have to separate myself from those individuals. But it's difficult because when you know better, you do better. And trying to talk to some people, I'm not going to go into specifics about certain things, but when that C-19 was floating around, um, you know, to each his own. I'm not criticizing, anybody about anything, but running around and, was so quick to comply with that, and then years later to look to see all the damage that is caused for many people. That's sad to know. I would never have forgiven myself had I ran off and had my daughter um, have that done, only for something horrible to happen to her health wise. But in retrospect, I'm glad I didn't either. But for those who did, I'm sure everybody had their own reasons. But I just mentioned that to say how people are just in their own world. But I really would like for us to connect on higher levels. And maybe at some point in time that will happen. But for the sake of a peace of mind, You just have to tread lightly, never being judgmental. We just have to learn what lane it is we need to stay in. People are going to be people, and that's what I learned. We have to meet people where they are. If they decide to keep the wool over their eyes in certain situations, then we just have to stand on the sidelines. And the one thing I do know is when people do start to become more aware and they start to wake up, then they start asking questions. Because I've been on this journey, asking questions, getting answers, and it's amazing what you find out, what you come across. So much information out there, but the scary thing is we don't know what we don't know. And that's where certain content creators, certain videos you come across, you get information, but it's important that you do your own research as well. Because you can't run around listening to everybody. So if you come across videos, you take the pieces of information that resonate with you, but make sure you do your research on that information as well, whether it's coming from me or whomever you are watching. Because life will throw you a curveball. I'm the first one to be able to tell you that. Life will throw you a curveball. So it's up to you to catch it and throw it right back. So keep yourself aware, be mindful, but just know that people are going to be people. Let people be themselves. I hope this has resonated with somebody. In the comment section, let me know how are you feeling? Are you feeling like I'm cool on people? Because sometimes I'm like that. I'm just like I'm cool because again, my peace means everything at this point. See, when you're younger, you're not thinking about all of that. But as you get older and you have dealt with several people get on your last nerves. And it just takes so much energy to try and keep up with, because here's the other thing. We cannot make everybody happy. We can't please everybody. And I used to be a people pleaser. And when I tell you that's very draining, it's disappointing because you're trying to please everybody. Some people don't give you a hard time when you tell them no. Some people catch attitudes when you tell them no. And so then you feel like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place because you're trying to please everybody, but it doesn't matter what you do, how much you do it, people, and how nice you are, how many yeses you give. That's the part right there. I don't care how many yeses you tell one person. The first time you tell them that no, oh, you might as well hang it up. They got straight attitude. And you're like, wait a minute. So because I told you no on this one thing, that totally negated all of the yeses that I gave you, I'll answer that for you. The answer is yes. As soon as you tell them no, game on, gloves off, and that's when you find out who they really are. But we'll talk more about that in another video when we talk about friends, so to speak. Right now, we're just talking about people and how people are, but friends are people too. You like that? Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget, give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. And I'll see you in the next video. Again, in the comment section, let me know what you think. Are you tired of people? Are like me? All right. Thank you. I'll see you later. Bye.